fellow viewers, in today's class, we would be trying to understand the basic elements of social research such as concept, construct and variables. Introduction. Social researchers conduct research on two distinct but interrelated levels, conceptual, that is theoretical level, and observational, that is empirical level. More precisely, social researches involve a constant interplay of two processes, theory construction and theory testing. For example, it is a fact that in the last 100 years, social mobility has increased. This fact is not merely based on random observation, but it is an empirically verified statement about phenomena. This involves both a scientific observation and a predetermined conceptual theoretical framework by which the observation is guided. In this lesson, the conceptual theoretical level of social research has been explained with the help of basic elements such as concept, constructs and variables. The objectives of this particular lesson are, on the completion of this lesson, you should be able to know the meaning of the terms construct, concept and variables, and various types of variables used in social science research. Now, let us look into the concept. Concepts are the building blocks of social research. Theories usually consist of several interrelated concepts. Concepts are fundamental to all human communication and thought. But the concepts that we use in our day-to-day affairs are not always clear and precise. In some cases, not all would be used in the same sense. On the other hand, different words may be used to convey a similar meaning. Social science research requires that a concept used are defined with precision. Precision in defining concepts usually fosters clear thinking on the part of the researcher. At the same time, precise definitions convey to others what exactly the researcher means when the concept is used. Lack of clarity may lead to statements which seem to provide explanations when in fact they do not. A concept is an abstraction representing objects such as water, glass, gold, etc. Concept may be a property of an object or a phenomena. For example, mass, weight, density are properties of an object. These concepts are frequently used by physical scientists. Concepts such as village, rural, urban, family, house are common among social scientists. Concepts are terms or words which we can point to an object the term or words represent. For example, when we say house, we can point to an object the word represents. We can also measure the area in which it exists, its height, width, thickness of walls and other such dimensions of house. There are many similar terms such as tree, temple, book, chalk and so on, for which we can point out numerous objects and measure their dimensions. To illustrate further, let us examine a research topic titled Sex Discrimination Against Women at Work in Unorganized Sectors. The research problem includes words or terms like woman, work and unorganized sectors. These are the terms or words which we can point to an object the term or words represent. In research terminology, we call these words or terms as concepts. Now, let us look into the concept of construct. A construct is a deliberately adopted concept having an added meaning for a specific purpose. Let us take an example of achievement as a concept. It is an abstraction formed from the observation of certain characteristics of achievers and non-achievers. Achievement as a construct is defined in such a way that it serves two distinct purposes. One, a construct can be related to other constructs in various ways which will serve as a theoretical framework of the research. For example, we can say that achievement is in part a function of motivation. 2. Achievement is a construct is so consciously and deliberately defined and specified that it can be observed and measured. A construct of more interest to social science researchers is social status. It is an abstraction formed from observation of certain traits of individual. These traits are associated with the function of individuals in the society, which are ascertained by certain indicators such as level of education, social group and recognition by society, etc. The assessment of various indicators put together can be expressed in a word, social status. The most important step in this direction is to specify construct involved in the research problem and define them in operational terms. To illustrate, suppose a researcher wants to study sex discrimination against women at work in unorganized sector. The construct included in the topic is sex discrimination. It is to note that the term sex discrimination is to be understood beyond its dictionary meanings. For example, the dictionary meaning of sex discrimination is to treat someone unfairly because of their sex. This meaning is not sufficient for research purpose. It is important to specify exactly what indicators of sex discrimination will be used to measure the presence or absence of the phenomena denoted by the term sex discrimination. Similarly, one may have to define other constructs associated with sex discrimination such as wage disparities, perceived discrimination, etc., in terms of operation or processes that will be used to measure them. To study sex discrimination against women, the researcher may choose to define sex discrimination and wage disparities as follows. Sex discrimination may be defined as withholding of certain rewards or facilities with regard to employment and matters connected therewith on the basis of sex. In other words, it refers to providing women workers with fewer rewards or facilities than legitimately deserved. The problem of access discrimination that women workers may face in terms of availability to them of particular job has not been considered in this report. Instead, the focus of this paper is only to treatment discrimination that women workers may confront once they have obtained jobs. Another definition of wage disparities or wage differential. The term disparity would refer to the difference in time rate wages of men and women workers when work done by men and women workers are demonstrably identical, same work or work of similar nature. Now, let us look into the concept of variables. A variable is an empirical property or characteristic that takes two or more values. In other words, if a property can change in value or kind, it can be regarded as variable. For example, income is a variable because it can be assigned to two or more values. This property or characteristic may increase or decrease over a time or take different values in different situations. Basically, variables are of two types, namely independent variable and dependent variable. Now, let us look into the concept of independent and dependent variables. While independent variable can take different values and can cause corresponding changes in other variables, whereas dependent variable can take different values only in response to an independent variable. Dependent variable is also known as outcome variable, which is measured each time independent variable is changed. In other words, an independent variable is one that is thought to produce or cause change in another variable. That is the reason the later variable is known as dependent variable. Usually, researchers focus on cause-effect relationship and start with an effect, then search for its causes. Thus, variable which represents the cause is termed as independent variable. The variable that is the effect or is the result or outcome of independent variables called a dependent variable. As such, the variable expected to explain change in dependent variable is referred as to independent variable. The independent variable also known as explanatory variable. Independent variable is considered as the presumed cause of changes in the values of dependent variable. Process wise, the dependent variable is expected outcome of independent variable. Independent variable and dependent variable are also termed as predictor and criterion variables. So, we have certain examples of independent and dependent variables. Independent variables such as age, marital status, type of family, level of education, caste, nativity, income, religion, designation, etc. Whereas dependent variables are life satisfaction or quality of life. In social science researches, we also classify variables as follows: control variable, extraneous variable, confounding variable, antecedent variable, intervening variable. Let us have a look into each of these variables. Control variable. Control variables are those variables that a researcher wants to keep constant and observe the change in dependent variable. That means, a variable which is held constant in order to assess the relationship between other variables is the control variable. In other words, a control variable is one variable that is not changed because its unchanging state allows the relationship between the other variables being tested. By and large, a control variable is not of primary concern so far as research results are concerned. Any change in a control variable would invalidate the correlation between dependent variables. Extraneous variable. Extraneous variable are those variables that may be influencing the experiment, but the researcher is not interested in a particular study. These undesirable variables are called extraneous variables. Another way to understand extraneous variables is that these are variables which may influence the outcome of an experiment. Nevertheless, researcher is not interested in studying these variables. The researcher wants to make sure that it is the manipulation of the independent variable that affects change in the dependent variable. Hence, all other variables that could affect the dependent variable must be controlled. These other variables are called as extraneous variables. Next, confounding variables. Confounding variables are related to the independent variable and affect the dependent variable. These variables vary with the independent variables and the validity of the experimental results. These type of extraneous variables are known as confounding variables. Antecedent variables. An antecedent variable is a variable that can help to explain the apparent association between other variables that are nominally in a cause and effect relationship. Antecedent variable is a term used in multivariate analysis. It refers to any variable that explains an association between two variables by its earlier effect on the two variables. Thus, social class may be an antecedent variable that affects an observed association between income and political party support. It is also referred as a preceding variable. Explanatory variable. An explanatory variable is one that explains the relationship between variables in question. It is a variable that produces or causes change in the dependent variable. Explanatory variables are sometimes known as causal or independent variables. In an experimental research, the explanatory variable is the one that the experimenter manipulates. Intervening variable. An intervening variable helps explain an observed association between independent and dependent variables. It is a variable that intervenes between dependent and independent variable. The association between the dependent and independent variable may then be shown to be false because of the presence of the intervening variable. Thus, income may be an intervening variable that affects an observed association between education and political party support. Education may have some bearing on income, and income may be the factor in choice of political party. Let's summarize today's whole session. At the conceptual theoretical level of social research, a phenomena is explained with the help of concept, construct and variables. Concepts, constructs and variables are called the basic elements of social science research. Concepts are terms or words which we can point to an object the term or word represents. A construct is a deliberately adopted concept having an added meaning for a specific purpose. A variable is an empirical property or characteristic that takes two or more values. In other words, if a property can change in value or in kind, it can be regarded as a variable. Thus, variable which represents the cause is termed as independent variable. The variable that is the effect or is the result or outcome of independent variables is called as dependent variable. Control variables are those variables that a researcher wants to keep constant and observe the change in the dependent variable. Extraneous variables are those variables that may be influencing the experiment, but the researcher is not interested in a particular study. Confounding variables are related to independent variables and affect the dependent variable. An antecedent variable is variable that can help to explain the apparent association between other variables that are nominally in a cause and effect relationship. The intervening variable helps explain an observed association between independent and dependent variables. It is a variable that intervenes between dependent and independent variable.